Jen Rogers-Kniffen. Jen Kniffen joining us, CEO of J. Rogers-Kniffen Worldwide Enterprises. It's great to see you. Thanks for being here with us today.
It's great to be here.
You know, I have teenagers. The sneaker game is it. As a matter of fact, I was entered into the sneakers app on Nike today, trying to get something that dropped. I didn't win, Jen. But I will tell you that we know that the secondary market is hot. We know that Adidas was taking market share. Nike's been the leader. Lulu in the sneaker game?
Yeah, I'm not so sure that Lulu needs to be in the sneaker game, but I can tell you that Nike's still clearly winning the sneaker game. And even though they gave a little share to Under Armour back in the day, and they gave a little share, obviously, to Adidas back in the day, they have been really strong for the last 5 quarters, and they've been bringing out new product, and they're doing a great job. Joyride, Air Max again. I mean, they're very, very strong.
Jordan's, Vapor Max, yes.
Yeah, everything. I mean, everything they've got is working, and they've got this pipeline of new stuff coming. So I may be running in Lululemon, but I doubt if I'm going to be running in Lululemon shoes.
Right.
And I think that Nike owns that space. But Lulu has to branch out a little bit because they've got this great growth rate going, and they're still relatively small compared to something like Nike. So they haven't achieved their potential, and I'm sure they're looking at it going, well, this is a category that our people use. They wear shoes when they work out in our product, and we should be talking to them about that. So
I won't even expand on the Under Armour shoe competition because they're not really the main player. So I'll move on from that and move on to the other things that seem to be growing, and that's athleisure. And we know that you mentioned, right, Lulu's a smaller company. It's growing still. It's, you know, a baby compared to the behemoth of Nike, right? Where's the win here? Are they all winners? Can they all be winners at the same time? Is it about the consumer? Is it about the global picture? We know that Lulu's expanding international. They have menswear, kidswear, in-store experiences, trying to copy a lot of what we've seen for Nike.
Well, and they just opened this great new experiential store in Chicago, and they're about to open another one right over here in Rock Center. And they're trying to get that consumer even more involved in their business, but they've always been really good at that. So clearly they can continue to win. But if you listen to NPD, they will tell you that the athleisure sector is topping out, and that there's people at every price point, and so there's a lot of crowding going on. So athleisure is getting to be a tough business, but it's not getting to be a tough business for Lulu because they've carved out this space. They continue to grow like crazy. They're growing internationally dramatically. It would be hard to say anything bad about Lulu or Nike at this stage of the game. They're big winners.
Oh, that's good to know. We also got a great consumer sentiment number this morning. We get some retail sales numbers next week. And we know the consumers the jobs picture has been pretty wonderful. I know we've had slower growth in jobs, but they still have wage growth year over year, roughly 3%, let's say. Talk about the winners and losers in the big game, right? We always think about Amazon, but there's online, discount, off-mall. Could you bang them out? Tell us what's what.
Pretty straightforward. If you're online, you're winning.
And those would be names such as?
Amazon and now Walmart, Target, players like that are doing a good job bringing it to the consumer online and buy online, pick up in store, and all the things that go with the online selling. And then you move on to discount, which clearly is Walmart and Target, and they're both winning. Whoever thought Amazon, Walmart, and Target could all win at the same time, but they are. So they've got great business going. Then if you move to off-mall, off-price, and whether that's Ulta, who is just really off-mall but feels like off-price, or it's TJ Maxx, Burlington, and Ross, who are truly off-price, those places are winning. And as you move on down, the dollar stores are still winning. That space is working as well. So who's losing? Full price online, or full price on mall is losing.
That would
Malls are losing market share dramatically.
Such as?
If you're Macy's and Kohl's and Nordstrom's, you're in the department store space. And if you're the on-mall people, which is Nordstrom's and Macy's, they've struggled. Kohl's has done a little better, but they're still in the department store full price space. That space is struggling. So I keep saying on-mall and full price hurts. Online, off-price, local, discount, those are all winning.
Let me ask you this. You mentioned resale and rental, a $40 billion business. Could you explain that to us, and how do we make money on that?
Well, rental and resale has always been a bit of a joke, right? You thought it was the thrift store down the street, and maybe somebody bought something there, but you had to be walking by. And suddenly, it's been perfected online. Just like eBay perfected the garage sale online, the Real, Poshmark, Vestiaire Collective, ThredUp, Rebag, Depop, Tradesy have perfected the thrift store online, and they've made it usable, workable, and easy to sell and easy to buy. And their part of that business is growing at 40% a year.
Right. That's pretty amazing.
It's coming right out of fast fashion and off price.
Okay, so when we look at these, most of these names are all publicly traded. Where are the investments for the next year or two?
Well, I'm still a big fan of the strong brands. So Nike, Lulu, VF, PVH, people that
VF
are not
and PVH, Phillips
yeah,
Van Heusen. VF
right.
is
the old Phillips Van Heusen.
North Face, right? Yeah.
North Face, Tommy Hilfiger, right?
Yes.
And so if you look at those strong brands, they're winning. Third-party sellers of strong brands are losing.
Right.
So the brands win, and then Walmart continues to win, Target continues to win, and TJ Maxx, but mostly Burlington in that space, in my opinion, continues to win because they've been sort of trailing the pack. So yeah, you can find winners. The consumer's fine.
The consumer's great. Okay, thank you, Jen Kniffen. Great to see you. Thanks so much for being on the show. CEO of J. Rogers Kniffen Worldwide Enterprises.